Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to the 8th tutorial of my Introduction to JavaScript series. For inside this tutorial, we're going to discuss about comparison operator and logical operator. But before we continue, I go quickly use this opportunity to tell you say, if you never subscribe to my YouTube channel, kindly do so now because your subscription are waiting to give me ginger and motivation to dey always make videos like this. So wetin be comparison operator? Okay, before I can define wetin comparison operator mean, I go just show you this the list of comparison operator wey we get. So as we dey do am before, na wetin we go just do for inside this tutorial sef be that. I go just minimize this my sublime text like this. Yeah. So wetin you dey see for my right hand side where I dey hover my mouse on top so like this, na the operator wey we go dey discuss for inside this tutorial be this. So we get this comparison operator here and we get our logical operator here. So we go just first quickly discuss wetin these comparison operators dey do exactly. So wetin comparison operator be basically na say na wetin dem dey use to compare two or more things for inside programming. And after the comparison of these two things, the result go either give you true or false. For example, say you get two people wey dey stand like this. So you wan come compare whether one person is taller than the other person. So when you compare these two people, the result wey go either give you be say whether person A dey taller than person B. And if person A is taller than person B, then the result go be true. If person A is not taller than person B, then the result go be false. So basically, na wetin comparison operator dey do just be that. E no dey do anything complicated or too serious. Na just to compare two things, come give you either true or false after you don compare these two things together. So wetin I go just do now be say I go just quickly write a short program to take practicalize wetin I mean. So wetin I wan do now be say I just wan compare two numbers, say 2 and 3, whether 2 is equal to 3 or 2 is not equal to 3. So to do this very simple comparison program, I go just talk say okay, console.log, then I go talk say okay, 2 is equal to 3. Then I go close my program here. So if I save this program Ctrl S like this, come press Ctrl B, then you go come here, then you go see say inside our console now, you see say we get false. Why do we get false? Because 2 is not equal to 3. Shey you dey see am. So basically, wetin comparison operator dey do basically na say you dey compare two things together. So for inside comparison operator, we can't get lot of them like that. So we get this double equal sign operator, we get this triple equal sign operator, we get this exclamation mark and equal to operator. So each of these ones get their name wey dem dey call them. So this first two wey you dey see here, this double equal to and triple equal to wey you dey see here, so na equality operator. Shey you get? Na wetin dem dey use dey compare whether two things are equal or whether they are not equal. But in few seconds now, I go show you the difference between these two operators. And this one wey dey here like this na negation operator, wey be say na that one dem dey use to check whether something is not equal to the other thing. Shey you get? So if this one is positive, then you fit imagine say this one na the negative. Shey you get? So this one na not equal to in the place of this one will be equal to. Shey you get? So I know say this operator and this operator dey a little confusing. Yes, na so e dey always be. But if you pay attention to this tutorial now, you go just see say e dey very straightforward and direct to get exactly wetin dey happen for here. So now make I just come back inside my sublime text now. You see say wetin dey happen for inside this my program be say I dey compare whether 2 is equal to 3 here. And because say 2 is not equal to 3 here, we can't get false. Shey you get? Now if I can't put 2 here like this, talk say okay, 2 is equal to 2. If I run this program now, come talk say Ctrl B, you see say we don't get true here because say 2 is equal to 2 here. I no go wan make you confuse this double equal to operator with assignment operator. Shey you get? So assignment operator na just say you want to say okay, name equal to Bioku. So this single equal to wey dey here like this, wey everybody generally know for inside basic mathematics as equality sign, na assignment operator e be for inside programming. So I dey use this equality sign take assign this Bioku inside this name variable. Shey you get? So in this instance now, this Bioku na value wey dey inside this name variable. Shey you get? So na the difference wey dey between this single equal to and this double equal to be that. While this one na assignment operator, this one na equality operator. So to write this program complete like this, I go just talk say okay, this one go just be let name name equal to Bioku. So I go just put this one inside string. Oops. Again. So if I wan come explain this triple comparison operator wey dey here like this triple equality sign wey dey here like this, I go just talk say okay, console.log then 2 triple equal to 3, or make I just talk say 2 triple equal to 2. Shey you get? So I go close this program now. I go come press Ctrl B. Now as I press Ctrl B now, you go come talk say shebi these two things now e dey give us the same output as true and true, because say 2 is what? Is equal to 2. Shey you get? But the basic difference wey dey inside this two comparison operator be say this first one wey dey here, this double equal to sign wey dey here like this, shey you dey see am? E dey do some underground conversion for us wey we no dey see. E dey convert from another data type into number data type before e can do this comparison for us. For example now, wetin I mean be say, you know say if I put these two now inside quotation marks, you know say these two now as e dey like this, e don different from these two, because say the data type of these two now e don change from number data type to string data type because of this quotation mark. Shey you get the idea? So in that instance, the data type of this number is different from the data type of this number. So if I run this program now, because the data type of this number is different from the data type of this number, then the result of this one suppose no be the same. Shey you get? But I tell you say this double equality sign wey dey here, e dey always do some background conversion for us. Shey you get? Wey be say this one, before you come compare am, before you come compare these two values for us, you go don change this value back to number, then come do this comparison for us. Shey you get? So if I press Ctrl B now, you go see say we still dey get true, because say after we don put this one inside quotation mark, when we use these two operators, these two equality sign operator, shey you get, wey be comparison operator, e go convert this one back to number. So computer no dey see this 2 wey dey inside string, so e no dey see am as string variable, e dey see am as number, because say we use this double equal to operator. Shey you get? Now if I come put this one inside quotation mark, as I put this one inside quotation mark like this, so this one e no dey do any underground conversion for us. Na wetin you give am, na wetin e go just give you the answer back. This one no dey do pass himself. This triple equality sign, e no dey do pass himself. Shey you get the idea? So if I press Ctrl B now, you see say this one don turn to false, while this one still remain true. Why this one come turn to false be say this data type is different from this data type. So another thing wey you fit just imagine be say this triple equality sign wey dey here like this, e no dey concerned about comparing two things together alone. E dey always dey concerned about the data types wey these two things sef dey. Shey you get? So before two things can be equal to each other, before this one and this one sef fit equal to each other, their data types must be the same. But this first one wey dey here like this no really care at all. E no care, e no pay at ten tion to the data type. So e just wan perform the underground operation, come convert am, then come compare the two information for us. Yeah, shey you get the difference between these two? Although the two na comparison operator wey dem dey use dey check whether two things are equal. So these two operators wey you dey see here like this, we go still reach the point wey be say e go come clear where to use one and ignore the other. Shey you get? But just know exactly wetin these two operators dey do and the difference between these two operators. Shey you get? So now I go quickly talk about this not equal to operator wey dey here like this. So the not equal to operator, e just dey do the opposite of wetin these two operators dey do. Shey you get? So because say we talk say these two operators wey dey here like this, 2 is equal to 2, and this one go do the conversion for us. Now if I come talk say okay, I comot this first equality sign, come put this exclamation mark. Now we don talk say okay, this 2 is not equal to this 2, and you go know say already this 2 is equal to this 2 because say computer dey do underground conversion for us. Now if we run this program now, because say this one and this one are equal, then instead of us to get true, we go get false, because say we dey compare whether they are not equal. Shey you get? I hope say you know confuse this idea, this explanation. Shey you get? So if I just press Control B again, you see say we don get our false for here. Shey you get? So dis operator wey dey here like dis na negation operator. So na wetin dem dey use dey check whether two numbers are not equal to each other. Shey you get? And if I come here like dis, you see say dis one still dey print false for us. Dis one wey dey here like dis, wey we dey use dey check, dis triple operator wey we dey use dey check whether dis value wey dey here is equal to dis value. And I tell you say dis operator wey dey here, shey you get, e no dey do any conversion for us whatsoever. Na wetin you give am, na wetin e go just give you the answer back. E go just run to making comparison between two things without doing any underground operation. Shey you get? Now, because say dis two is not equal to dis two because they are of different data types, then we get false here. Shey you get? Because we dey compare whether these two numbers are equal. Shey you get? Now, if I comot dis one like dis, come put dis exclamation mark, now we dey compare whether dis two is not equal to dis two. And you go agree with me because of the explanation wey I don make initially, say dis two number no dey equal to each other because they are of different data types. So if I run dis program now, then we suppose see true here. Shey you get? So I go just press Control B here. So you see say we don get our true here like dis. So na wetin just dey inside dis comparison operators wey dey here like dis. Dis two and the difference wey I don explain so, and dis one exactly. So nothing really big for inside dis two dis four comparison operators wey I don explain so. So dis operator wey dey here like dis na wetin dem dey use dey compare whether one thing is greater than the other thing. Shey you get? And dis one dem dey use am dey compare whether one thing is less than the other thing. Shey you get? So if I just come here like dis, come talk say okay, whether 2 is greater than 2. Everybody know say okay, 2 is not greater than 2. So I go just comot dis one like dis. Everybody know say 2 is not greater than 2. Shey you get? Because 2 is always equal to 2. So if I run dis program now, dis first line of code wey dey line 2 so, dis line of code wey dey line 2 so, then e suppose give us false because 2 is not greater than 2. So I go just press Control B now. You see say we don get our false here. Shey you get? But if I put 3 here, talk say okay, I put 3 here, come press Control B, you see say e don give us true now. Shey you get? Because 3 is greater than 2. Shey you get? Now, dis one na exactly how dis one sef dey take work with that. Now, if I put my less than operator here like dis, come press Control B, you see say we don get false here because 3 is not less than 2. Shey you get? So na the explanation of these two operators wey dey here be that, this less than operator and this greater than operator. Dem dey very straightforward and direct. No big deal at all whatsoever. So make I quickly just explain these two operators wey dey here like dis. So dis operator wey you dey see here like dis na wetin dem dey call greater than or equal to operator. So you go imagine say in dis instance, make I first just come here, make I put my greater than operator here. So if I press Control B, you see say dis one don give me true. Shey you get? Because 3 is greater than 2. Shey you get? But in dis instance now, say I wan compare whether 3 is greater than or equal to 3. Shey you get? So if I put 3 here like dis, you know say 3 is not greater than 3, but 3 is equal to 3. Shey you get? So in that instance, if I wan compare, if I wan make my program dey very flexible, shey you get, then I go use my greater than or equal to operator. Shey you get? So I go just talk say okay, put my equal to here. Then if I press Control B now, you see say we get true here. Even though say 3 is not greater than 3, but 3 is equal to 3. So before dis program go fit return true, one of dis operators wey dey here must be correct. Shey you get? One of dis operators wey dey here, e must be correct before we go fit get true here. Shey you get? Even though say 3 is not greater than 3, the first operator check am whether 3 is greater than 3. No, 3 is not greater than 3. Then e go move to the second one, talk say okay, is 3 equal to 3? Yes, 3 is equal to 3. Na why we just get true here. One of dis operator must be true before we go fit get our true as answer. Shey you get? So if I put my less than operator here like dis, now is 3 less than 3? No, 3 is not less than 3. Shey you get? But 3 is equal to 3. Then if I press Control B, we go still get our true. Shey you get? Now if I put 2 here like dis, 2. As I put 2 here like dis, say you dey see am, when computer wan perform dis operation, e go check whether 3 is less than 2. No, 3 is not less than 2. Then e go come here, come check whether 3 is equal to 2. No, 3 is not equal to 2. So in this instance now, if I run this program now, we go get false here in this first output shey you get. So I go press Ctrl B now. You see say we don get false because say 3 is not less than 2. So this one no correct. Then 3 is not equal to 2. Then this other one sef no correct. Na why we get false here. Shey you get. So if I put 4 here or say okay, I put 4 here like this. You get. Now, is 3 less than 4? Yes, 3 is less than 4. And you go remember say I tell you say we just need only one thing, one operator out of these two operators to be true before we go fit get our answer here to be true. Shey you get. So is 3 less than 4? Yes, 3 is less than 4. So if I press my Ctrl B now, we go get true. Even though say 3 is not equal to 4. I hope say you get the explanation of I hope say you get this explanation wey I take use explain this operator wey dey here like this. Shey you get. So this ternary operator na wetin we go just discuss later because you gats understand some things before we fit discuss this ternary operator wey dey here. So this ternary operator dey very important in programming life and you go just understand wetin I mean when we discuss this ternary operator. But e no just make complete sense for us to discuss this ternary operator at this point because e go just dey look like magic and I no wan make anything dey complicated too much. Shey you get. So because we don discuss about dis comparison operators wey dey here like this, then we go move to logical operator. So wetin logical operator dey do basically be say e dey compare the result of two or more comparison operators. Shey you get. Wetin I mean by dis definition be say you know say we don get one comparison operation here. Shey you get. Dis comparison operation wey dey here like this. Dat one na one comparison operation wey go give us either true or false. Shey you get. Then this one as e dey like this na another comparison operation wey go give us either true or false. So each of these comparison operation dey give us one output. Dey no fit give us two outputs at the same time. But sometimes for inside programming, we go wan combine the result of two comparison operation together come check whether these two results are in fact the same or not. Shey you get. So wetin I dey explain exactly be say you see say we get our answer here, we get another answer here. So in this instance, make I just press Ctrl B again. So in this first operation, we get true. In this second operation, we get true. Now after we don perform these two operations, we wan come combine these two results wey dey wey be true and true. We wan come combine them together take perform another operation. So na exactly wetin logical operator just dey do for us be that. E go carry the result of one comparison operation, carry the result of another comparison operation, combine am together, come perform logical operation inside am. Shey you get. So if you connect well with this explanation, then you go fit just know say logical operator just dey very straightforward and easy. I go practicalize this example for you now. The first one wey we go just do now na this double ampersand sign wey dey here like this. Shey you get. Na logical and dem dey call am. Now I go just come back inside my Sublime Text come take practicalize this logical and operator for us. So I go come put this logical and operator separately. Shey you get. So we get this one wey go give us true. We get this operation rather wey go give us another true. Then we get this logical and operator. So I purposefully leave this one as e dey like this. Leave this one sef as e dey like this. So that when I dey explain this one, we go use these two as backup, as a further explanation to take clarify wetin dey go on for inside this one. Shey you get. Now, if I press Ctrl B now, you see say we don get 3 true. So this first true na im dey go on for inside here because 3 is either less than or equal to 4. Yeah, that one true. Then this one, 2 is not equal to 2. Yeah, that one true because these two, because I don explain this one sef like this. Shey you get. Now come to here, we dey collect the result of this one, come dey collect the result of this one too, come dey join am together with this logical and. So wetin this logical and dey do exactly for us be say we need the answer of these two operations to be true before the output of this logical and operator can be true. I hope say you get this explanation. Wetin I mean be say if the answer of either of these operations, say one of these operation wey dey here, this operation 1 and this operation 2, one of them come be false, then the output of this operation wey dey here go be false because this ampersand operator, this logical and operator, the two results gats be true. So this one gats give us true and this one sef gats give us true. shey you get, before the output of this logical and operator can be true. And if you look at this program wey dey dis line 7 so, e agree with the explanation wey I give you say logical operator dey combine two or more comparison operators together. Shey you get, the result of two or more comparison operators. So e go come collect the result of one comparison operator, collect the result of another comparison operator, come combine these two results together, come give us another result. So na wetin dis na wetin logical operator just dey do exactly be that. So now e don collect the result of this one, and you know say the result of this one go be true. You collect the result of this one, you know say the result of this one sef go be true. And you know say for logical and to give us true, shey you get, e gas the result of these two operators wey dey here must be true before we go fit collect this answer to be true, before we go fit get this answer to be true, shey you get. So make I press Ctrl B again, so you see say we dey get true here because say this one dey give us true and this one dey give us true. So wetin I go just do now be say I go just put less than here, so I go just comot this no, I go just put greater than here. So wetin we dey do now be say we dey check whether 3 is greater than 4, and you go agree with me say 3 is not greater than 4. So because 3 is not greater than 4, we dey expect the output of this program wey dey this line 2 to be false, shey you get. Now because say, okay, I go just talk say okay, in this instance now I go just talk say okay, 3 greater than 4, shey you get. So because say this output now, shey you get, you know say na the operation wey dey here na im still dey here sef, shey you get, the left hand side, and na the operation wey dey here na im still dey inside here sef, shey you get. So nothing really change inside wetin we dey do. Now because say this program now no fit give us true because say 3 is not greater than 4, shey you get. So when we run this program now, you go see the magic wey go happen. So I go just press Ctrl B now. Now because say 3 is not greater than 4, you see say we get false here for inside our console, shey you get. But this one remain the same, shey you get, so we get our true. Now come back into our logical operator, and I tell you say the way this logical and operator dey take work be say the result of these two things wey this logical and operator dey combine together, their result must be true individually before this one fit give true as output. And now because say the result of this one don become false, then e don counter the definition of this double ampersand operator wey dey here like this. So because say this one false, then the output of this ampersand operator go be false. So na wetin logical and just dey do for us be that. So now because you don understand wetin this logical and operator dey do, now we go quickly just move to this logical or operator, shey you get. So I go just come here like this, talk say okay, make I just copy this one, Ctrl C, and I go come here, Ctrl V, shey you get. Make I just put some space here, yeah. So wetin dey happen exactly be say the way logical or operator dey take work be say logical operator just need one of these comparisons to be true before the answer go be true. So I go just change this one to logical or operator, shey you get. So wetin dey happen for inside here exactly be say this one dey check whether this one is true or this one is true. If this one is true and this one is false, then this logical operator go return Ctrl Z, then this logical operator go return true for us, shey you get. The two can be true, e no matter, e just need only one of them to be true before we go fit get true as output, shey you get. So while this one need the two operations wey e dey combine together to be true before the result go be true, this one need just one of them to be true before the result go be true, shey you get. So I go just press Ctrl B now, shey you see say we don get our answer to be true here, shey you get. Even though say we dey use the same operation here and this one, shey you get, we dey use the same operation both for this logical and this logical or. I hope say you understand this explanation clearly, shey you get. So this logical not operator na wetin we don see for this one wey dey like this, we dey use am dey negate comparison operator, shey you get. So basically na wetin just dey there inside comparison operator and logical operator be that. I hope say you connect well with this explanation wey I do for inside this tutorial. So as e be say we don discuss about comparison operators and logical operators for inside this tutorial, I go see you for the next tutorial.